We're in crunch time here in the Florida West. Most teams are in the clubhouse already, but these two still have plenty to play for. The hosts need nothing less than a win to sneak into the top four and reach the playoffs, while the visitors are all but in, but need 2 wins to snag the second seed. There's plenty at stake, and at least one side will leave disappointed. Good evening to you all, and welcome to this presentation of the UPSL Premier Division on Vader Media. My name's Danny Catula, and it's a pleasure to bring you live coverage of tonight's Pressure Cooker contest. There you see head coach Eric Leitch's team, the Brazilian and his all-Brazilian staff leading Lakeland United. It is, let's give it to you, in goal, you got Enrique Cavallini, and you've got the rest of that lineup in there as well. Rock, Joao Almeida, Hiroki Suda are the defenders. In midfield, Wendell Amaro, Pedro Maximiano, Yuri Vasconcelos, Joao Rosito, and Edu Melo, the captain. And then up top, it's Jean Leonardo and Asuka Kaneda, the Japanese. That's the lineup for the home side. They are in all black. They'll move from right to left for you guys today. Then for Florida Premier, we should have that lineup coming in just a moment. As you can see, we are just about to kick off. Perhaps a little bit early. There is that 11 for you. Will Dietrich is in goal. And there it goes, but those were the 11 a moment ago for Florida Premier. Underway here in this UPSL Premier Division contest, and again, quite a bit at stake. The team who will be watching this with vested interest who's already finished, that's Missouri Storm. This is the Florida West Division, by the way, or Florida West Conference, I should say, of the UPSL Premier Division. And we're glad to have you with us. Missouri Storm currently sitting in the bubble spot, if you will. They need anything less than a Lakeland United win, or there does exist a scenario where Florida Premier could find themselves outside the top 4 if they were to lose a lot of goal differential. They're even on 17 points with Missouri right now and have a 6 advantage in the goal differential category, so you'd imagine that is unlikely to be lost. Florida Premier have this match left and another one still to play against Intercity FC. So really all they need is one positive result. Could be a draw from either one of these next 2 matches, and there. And Lakeland United have a much more simple and perhaps a much more difficult task. They have to win today. It's their last match. They're sitting on 14 points. They have an advantage in goal differential over both Florida Premier and Missouri Storm. They've got no troubles at all. If they win and get these 3 points today here at home, they will find themselves into the top 4. And of course that's relevant because the top 4 reach the Florida West Conference playoffs. Lakeland, by the way, they've won the last 2 in a row. The fairly recent additions, although they've been around a little bit longer than Florida Premier have. They were founded as a club in 2020, and they started with the UPSL in fall 2021. You see Florida Premier on the ball there, coming out of Newport Richey, Florida. But Lakeland United had a lot of success early on. This has been, I mean, if you can call it a down year, for their standards it has been. And this could be a chance for Florida Premier to get going. There's a nice little back heel, and they've got players in the area going down, maybe a half chance at a penalty, but the referee says no, and not a whole lot of complaints. Seems to be the correct decision. But here come Lakeland on the counter. Let's see what they could create from here. On this right side could be a chance for Joao Rosito. And he's still on the ball. He'll play it square, and that won't go anywhere. Rosito is the leading scorer, a Brazilian, one of many on this team. A lot of Brazilian flavor here for Lakeland United. As we approach the 3-minute mark very early in this one. Maybe a half chance for each side. Nothing fully coming as of right now. We want to go ahead and, while we have the chance, finish that Florida Premier lineup for you. In goal is Will Dietrich. And then you've got Eddie Montalvo and Matt Risso, joined by Georgi Kantaras, Sai Fontenot, Luka Zujovic, Daniel Monroy. Well, let's see, might have to get back to that in a moment, as there could be a chance down this right side for Lakeland. They'll cut it back. So you had Monroy, Christian Fairchild, Jordan Hernandez, Keegan Clamp, and Christian Ortiz, as that ball will go over. Today, and that happens to be Lake Myrtle Sports Park, just a little bit outside of Lakeland, a little bit north of town in Auburndale. Now we do have our camera back for you. So we approach minute 4 here in Lake Myrtle. It's been the home all season of Lakeland United. These two teams did meet earlier on, and it was fairly recent actually. It was earlier this month, June 3rd, where Florida Premier took a 3-2 win. They were down 2-0 at halftime. Lakeland had them more or less against the ropes, but Florida Premier did find their way back. Also one of only 2 teams who were able to knock off St. Petersburg Aztecs, who more or less ran away with the regular season title. They have guaranteed the 1 seed, no matter what Florida Premier do in these next 2 matches. And here comes Lakeland. This is a shot that's deflected, and there's some potential for a counter here. Played out wide, there is some space. Can they get inside with it? It's a nice little cut to the outside. And Fontenot dispossessed. That will be out for the first corner of this match. You see that little move? It was clever. But right there, it's really good recovery work defensively. Exactly what you want from your center back. Joao Almeida was the man in the center that time. I mentioned all the Brazilian influence in this team. If you count them up, you got Well, you got the goalkeeper, 1 on the back line, 3 in midfield. Actually, 2 more in attacking midfield and 1 of your strikers. So by my count, that's 8 of the 11 in this lineup today who are Brazilian natives. As we have this corner coming. Rosito, who we mentioned before, and Edu Melo, our 2 midfield partners, who are both from the same area outside of São Paulo. They're also our teammates currently at Morton College. And the cross will come in, and it is dangerous. It gets a slight touch and an incredible save. Really nice reactions that time from the goalkeeper, the man between the sticks. That's Enrique Poveda Cavagini. Nicely done from him. And potentially a foul here, and it will be whistled. A decision there by the referee. See this one more time. Some nice shielding play. Defended well in the end by Eddie Montalvo, but he does commit the foul. So Lakeland will get it underway quickly. Right side, be a potential cross was on, but they'll play it back instead. Patient for now. And a little bit of a miscommunication there. Trying to go and run after it. Looks like Vasconcelos, but it could still be on for Lakeland. Fake cross in the box. It's just too heavy of a touch. Well defended by Florida Premier defensively. And I don't think... No, it did go over the line in the end. Pedro Maximiano was not pleased about it. One of those many Brazilians in the lineup. Should figure to be the most central option. It will be a pretty big midfield for the most part. Could see Lakeland playing more of a 3 in the back formation. They'll have a couple up top. Leaves just about everybody else to occupy some area of that midfield. And Florida Premier dispatching that midfield with relative ease. Let's see if the final pass is on. Oh, this is a heavy challenge, and it did catch quite a bit of the player. It's Keegan Clamp who goes down. We'll keep playing. Florida Premier hold on to it. This one cleared away. Headed to the edge of the area. It's not a bad idea, you know, and you just wonder if it took a touch. Referee says no. And so that will lead us to a goal kick. Still a clever idea that time. The goalkeeper, Poveda, just going to get a chance to have his shoes tied. And after that, we'll get back underway. Those 2 guys I mentioned, João Rosito and Edu Melo, a couple of Brazilians who have some experience. Melo, one of the older players on this team. He's the captain, 26 years of age, has 1 goal on the year. Rosito leads the team in scoring with 5. And then Rosito's teammate is Jean Leonardo. Really big figure up top, a 6'3" striker going into his sophomore year at Morton. Leonardo and Rosito both hailing from the province of São Paulo. And this one dispatched long by Dietrich. And it is out of play. There you see a little bit of detail on the 2 sides. Florida Premier had the edge, as we mentioned, in the previous match just less than a week ago. But you see, more or less, it's been Lakeland, especially in terms of goals, the amount that they've scored. On goal differential, they're better overall, but both these teams are riding some pretty strong streaks. Of course, those last 5 do not seem to include that more recent loss that Lakeland took to Florida Premier just earlier on, a few days back. But these 2 teams both have a lot of form to call upon in recent days and recent weeks as well. And maybe a bit of concern at the back. Perhaps not enough concern from the goalkeeper, as this one is played nearly right to the feet of Florida Premier, but instead it's out for a Premier throw-in. Still danger in this type of area. In it goes. Just down nicely, played back out to the corner. This is Jordan Hernandez. It's a really good ball in the end. Creative to try and find that run. Nice vision, but the finish was not there. You'll see it one more time. This is a really nice play, just out of nothing to build something up, and it's a really clever ball in. And you see the intent was just to kind of guide it into that far left post. That was not what came out. And so as we pass the 10-minute mark, it's still Lakeland United 0, Florida Premier 0. This doesn't necessarily serve either side as a result. It's not what either one of them would ideally like to take away, but it's certainly a better one for Florida Premier, who would officially guarantee what's all but guaranteed already, which would be that they have a spot in the playoffs. It does keep them out of their second place challenge. This is headed away almost accidentally. It was a really nice ball in the end. And it came from Rosito, who has already been bright. He'll get this throw in quickly. Comes back to him. And he would like a foul. He'll get one. The assistant on that side is going to show him some mercy. And so Lakeland United in the all-black, they'll have a shot at creating something from this set piece. See, going over to take it, it would appear to be Rock. And that is literally all we know. It doesn't appear on the team's online roster. No information on who this guy is, but he will wear the number 12. And he will be tasked with taking this set piece. In it goes. And that one is cleared away with a diving clearance. So out for a corner kick. We had one earlier for Florida Premier. Didn't come out to much. Let's see if this one could amount to more for the home side. Yeah, pretty surroundings here, north of Lakeland. Perhaps unsurprisingly due to the name of the conference. We're on the west side of the Sunshine State today here in Florida. And in comes the cross. It is skied to the back post and didn't even stay in the end, so that will lead us to a goal kick. And that goal kick is the responsibility of Dietrich. We'll get it out short. And that play out of the back experiment, I should say, did not last long. Florida Premier were not in any interest of holding on to it in their own area. Of course, it's awfully dangerous to try and possess there. Underwent a bit of pressure and thought better of trying to hold it in that area. This one played backwards. A good first touch. Doesn't get away from the center back, as it so easily can. Now all the way back to Dietrich again. Try and roll this one out for Florida Premier. And instead he will send it long. Couple of bounces. Hooked away by Rock. And a throw in now to come. Oh, and this one's given away in the center circle. Here comes Lakeland, and it was such a great opportunity and squandered completely by that pass. And here's a really good pass on the other end. Exactly, a shining example of what to do, except the run was just a little bit early. A hair offside. That's all it takes, of course, for the flag to go up. Christian Fairchild is that guy on the left wing who was flagged for the offside offense. I don't know that we'll get to see it again to be sure, but did seem like the right decision, although it was close. And in any case, Florida Premier will get the ball back after the goal kick goes a little bit wide left. And possession gifted right back via another throw into Lakeland. Neither side really able to settle down. You'd imagine both teams understand how important this match is, especially for Lakeland. You're keeping your season alive with a win today. And the playoffs have to be the standard for the team that made it to the last 8. They were quarterfinal members of the USL National Playoffs a couple of seasons back. That was the first time they won the Florida West. Of course, the winner of each conference within the UPSL Premier Division gets access to that national tournament. March Madness style event at the end of every season, and we're coming up pretty close on that being the case. It's a horrible giveaway, and it should, oh, but it isn't. It's just inches away, doing all the work but not able to finish. Was the striker that time? Oh my. How on earth is this not a goal? That first touch just gets away from him. It is a quick moving grass surface today. And it is evidence of that right there. I want to say it's Asuka Canela. That's exactly who it is, who was in that position and did everything right to get the pressure, to get the mishap by Dietrich, but Will Dietrich is let off the hook a little bit by a heavy touch. It stays 0-0 somehow. And you just get the feeling that the next 75 minutes to come will match or even be greater than the excitement and the intrigue that we've had here. Maybe similar amounts of chaos as well. And this one will touch a white cleat last. Lakeland to throw.
Só Fernando que foi feio, embora volta feio.
Going long across midfield. Battle for it here in the center of the park. Won by Lakeland. It's a really good attempt at a turn, but even better defending. Lakeland will get to try again. Moved out left to Rock. Wanted to cut inside with it, but again defended well by Florida Premier. One-on-one defending's been strong. Rock again is going to be dispossessed. And it actually touched him last. That is the best case scenario as a defender. And nice work to come over and get that play accomplished. It'll lead us to a Florida Premier goal kick. Tough to decide who's been the better side early on. Both sides creating a couple of chances, maybe nothing clear-cut as of now, and that is a poor giveaway. That's been really the story of this first half more than anything, is a couple of teams with plenty of attacking talent. You see it in moments, but then you also see some possession issues like that. Has that stayed in along the touchline? It has for now. It'll stay that way. Some nice dribbling in tight spaces from Melo. And Melo will win the throw that Rock takes. He'll get it back. Thought about a cross, and in the end, tried something. Got creative to his credit. Didn't turn out the way that he had planned it. Here's a long throw out wide, and it is latched onto. Another long ball in the air. And could this be something? Oh, a diving cross. Creativity is not lacking early on for either side. Execution perhaps does lack a bit. That's a nice switch of play. Well done to send it out to the right side. It was Yuri Vasconcelos, I think, is playing the back line as an outside back for now. He is a bit versatile, can get forward a bit as well. It's a good turn, trying to get forward, laid off. Backwards for Melu. Could be a chance. It's excellent defending. Knocked right off the ball. Was kind of a long ball, and, well, he couldn't pick it up. Good Enrique Poeda, so instead he had to head it away, but it does stay in safe hands with Lakeland. Played out wide. Is it onside? It is. And there's plenty of players in the middle here. Oh, I think he went himself in the end. Had a couple of players to try and pick out on the cross, but thought he'd go alone. It was well defended, and not a whole lot of sting left on it when it reached goalkeeper Will Dietrich. Still a lot of danger, though. Just trying to keep the ball in play and not give it away in a bad area. Florida Premier, it's no easy task for them, given Lakeland's high pressure. Rock. Turned backwards to the goalkeeper. Came from Hiroki Suda, one of a few Japanese players on this Florida Premier roster. One of two in the starting lineup, Kaneda being the other. So played out wide from Vasconcelos. Into the right corner now. Cross comes in. It's in the air and dealt with at the first time of asking. Here's a good turn. And that second touch was not good enough. So Florida might have a chance to break. It is snuffed out on a nice defensive effort from Suda. Again, Florida Premier in the only other matchup that these two teams have played this year. Came away 3-2 winners, but it took them a while to get themselves into that game. Needed a 3-goal comeback in the second half to take all 3 points. And how important could that result turn out to be, especially if Lakeland come up short of a win today and miss out on the playoffs? Those 3 points would have done the trick for them. And it would put Florida Premier in a much tougher position now, but they could be in a tough position here. It's one-on-one again, and this time it's another of the same results. Somehow being thwarted his goal. Well, we'll come the other way first. This is really nice defending, but still could be a potential chance for Florida Premier. The turn, the pass, it's headed away. Still in the area, 25 yards from goal. And Vasconcelos, some excellent defending, finally cleared out. But how on earth has Asuka Kaneda still come away empty? That's the second time. He had a great chance, really should have scored. This is nice goalkeeping by Dietrich to come out and take it. See what I mean here? It's a great through ball. No one expecting it down this left side. And that touch is just too long. Second time that he's had a chance like that. And that definitive touch has just betrayed him a little bit. But he's been in great positions, hasn't he? Certainly looks dangerous to go on and score. Just have to be a bit more clinical. Midway through this first half, outside of Lakeland, Florida. And as you see, the score remains 0-0. Well, that will take us, as we are exactly at the midway point, to a drinks break. A little bit of hydration for now. And that will give us a moment just to take our breath over here. We'll spend about a minute on the sidelines with the players and come back as we return to play, as that was maybe the best chance so far for Florida Premier. Back in a little bit. Well, you see both teams returning to the pitch. Danny Catula with you all midway through this first half. On the other side of the hydration break, it's Lakeland United and Florida Premier FC doing battle in the Florida West Conference of the UPSL Premier Division. And as of now, neither side have the edge. Both teams, of course, giving their all up to now. You see the energy, the intent from both sides. But I think it'll be a matter of which team is able to provide a bit more poise. That's what it could come down to. Comes a long ball, bounces a couple of times. And now some patient possession for the moment. Continuing with it as Leonardo plays it backwards. Switch of play is a little bit behind Almeida, but he does find it eventually. Now it's Suda. Maneuvering run. Out to this right corner. Could a cross come in? Nice cut back. There is space. The cross is blocked, but it could find a Lakeland player at the top of the box. Well defended. Still could be danger, but Vasconcelos couldn't hold on to it. Here's a long ball, and this could be dangerous, coming all the way out and getting a Manuel Neuer type of header, sweeper keeper type of stuff from Poveda. And it'll see Suda again, Poveda. Ike Poveda is certainly not a goalkeeper who likes to play scared and will not give anything to his opponents, willing to come out of his own box. But of course, not eligible to use his hands. It gets a little bit dangerous for goalkeepers there. That's nice vision. There's a lot of space out on the right after a good pass. And the shot comes in, it's blocked! Oh, and it nearly finds its way in. And Lakeland really wanted a penalty on a handball. I don't think they'll get it. There was a glance. You just want to see maybe who that was. It's a great pass out there by Leonardo. And this shot here, you just, ooh, it might have hit the elbow, you know. Although I think from that distance, doesn't really make himself larger. It's kind of a bang-bang play. Hard to expect him to know that that's coming and get out of the way. Well, minute 28. Could be another chance for Lakeland. Corner to come. And it goes middle of the box, and it's a really nice save from Dietrich. That's the third time now that Lakeland have been right in front of goal, just point blank. And for one reason or another, they've come up short. You have to say they're probably creating the better of the chances at the moment. And it was a good spell of possession that led to that last chance off the corner kick. Here's a foul in midfield. Not pleased about it, but guilty all the same. Wendell Amaro. Amaro, the only change actually from the last 11 that Lakeland United put on the field. Of course, that was against this very same opponent. Just in the reverse fixture over at Florida Premier's Place in Newport Richey, Florida. Last time it was Gustavo Oliveira on that right wing. And now here's a chance. Could it be Leonardo? He'll shoot in traffic. It is wide and not particularly close, but you like to see the effort from there, especially you see he doesn't have much help. He thinks, well, I'll lift my head up, have a go, why not? Try and test the goalkeeper. Couldn't accomplish it, but I'm sure the coaching staff for Lakeland United, that Brazilian crew, is pleased anyway. That full crew, Eric Leite, we mentioned, is the head coach. Samuel Sampaio and Andre Barreto are the assistants, and Caio Cesar is the goalkeeper coach. 4 wins, 2 draws, 3 losses on the year. Pretty up and down season for a Lakeland United team that has 3 clean sheets on the year. Of course, they've kept one early on so far in this one, but still more than 2/3 of this match to complete. The goal for Lakeland United, they started the club for the sole purpose of getting international players facilitated, kind of making that process for them to come to the United States and play college soccer, get college scholarships. They wanted to make that process a little bit easier. And so that's the program that they run. Running this one down is going to be Almeida, and he'll hold on to it for now. He'll switch it. That's really nice awareness to see that there was space on the opposite side of the back line. It will result in a throw-in. It looks like going over to take it might be Leonardo. Could be Maximiano over there too. We hit the 30-minute mark. Lakeland United team, maybe the better side so far. And Florida Premier have had their moments as well. Just awaiting the throw. It comes in now. Going down under the challenge, but no foul given. On Maximiano, and this will be a foul. Just outside the box. And we'll see it again. A little bit clumsy. Yeah, just right there bundling him over. You got the hand out as well. That's going to be pretty much every time. Yuri Vasconcelos, who does have 2 goals on the year. Maybe more of an attacking option on that outside in an ideal scenario for him. This time he was forced to play a little bit more defensively where he can play, but as you saw, not quite as comfortable. This one will come straight in, and well, that was maybe a bit more scary than Lakeland would have expected at first. Hardly ever a warning. I mean, this one comes right in, and it touches the crossbar as well on its way out. It was not far away at all from dipping down. And getting a goal out of nothing for Florida Premier. That's how easily it can happen sometimes. But no harm, no foul. We stay at 0-0. A couple of scares for both teams really now. Almeida lost that one on the errant pass. I think he got a touch to that, you know. And they won't whistle it, but it was right in front of Florida Premier's bench, and they feel a bit hard done. I think they do have a case. Probably could have been there. Throw in over there in an attacking area. Instead, here comes Lakeland in the other direction. Right side, cut back. Vasconcelos. This one nearly given away, but now it's dangerous. Long efforts, and that is wide. Never really got off the ground in a literal or a metaphorical sense. See it again from Melo. Does a good job to just wait and watch that challenge come up a bit short. And his effort on goal left a bit to be desired. Long ball away now. And it's a midfield off the header. It's one and sent out wide. Here come Lakeland. In the midfield, shielding work by Leonardo. It's a good passing as well. Oh, just unfortunate not to hold on to it. Good clearance, and it should be a Lakeland throw, and it is. Throw comes in. Back where it came from, in the corner, a little bit boxed in. Sent backwards. And Lakeland will play a patient game for now. From the right wing, chance to cross. Played along the ground. Rock. That one is out of play, ran out of room. And it didn't touch Florida Premier either. And that touch just got away from him. So it's out of play. Lakeland United will give away that chance. Long throw in. And that will hit Maximiano most recently. See, the referee just going to have a conversation with somebody as well. Just wonder if something was said. No, actually, the referee's going to have a chat with his assistant. Maybe the assistant referee has seen something. They're actually going to change the call. That's all that was for. Assistant saw a touch that the center referee did not, so Lakeland will be the rightful owners of the throw-in. Sula has it. He will launch it to the right side. And there's just a bit too much on it to be corralled. Saw the idea. There was plenty of space out there. And I think for both sides, if they can really exploit the wide areas and get effective touches out there, that's really going to make the difference. A bit of a delay to get the ball back. And now that's been resolved. Be a foul here, nothing given. A little bit of contact, but referee says it's fair. Lakeland with it. With Suda. Vasconcelos. Back to the right. Maximiano plays it forward, defended well. In midfield, one right back though by Lakeland. Suda, usually the last line of defense. Moves it out left. Almeida. Edu turns it. Gonna knife it outright with the outside of the boot. Good cross coming from here. It's into the center. Nice little aerial ball cleared away. Suda with some work to do. He does it well. Maximiano. All the way back to the goalkeeper. Suda. Move forward by Almeida. Take a touch off a rock. Now this could be an opportunity. Potential for a cross. Bring it around. Backwards from Caneda to Almeida. A touch from Edu out to Rock. And it is certainly behind Asuka Caneda. Caneda does have a goal for this Lakeland side as well. And then you look at the bench that the home side have. First of all, it's a large bench. Got 9 guys on it. And there are a lot of goal scorers on it too, but now here could come Florida Premier. Maybe their best chance so far. It's excellent physical defending by the center back, Sula. He needed to be perfect, could not give away a foul in that area of the pitch. Made sure not to do that. Accomplished his goal. Really nice defending. Textbook from the Japanese. Almeida forward. Broke at it for a moment, played it back to Edu. Ball played to the center, cleared away for now. Nicely done by Sula to pick that one up. And here do come Lakeland, other direction. Cross midfield. Center of the park, good turn and switch from Amaru. Well defended in the moment by Florida Premier, but they'll have more defending to do. Potential for a shot maybe, and it's well defended once again. This one-on-one defending has been textbook so far for Florida Premier. There's a foul that'll alleviate some of their pressure. It's just coming from behind. Yeah, that will be a foul. Pretty much every time. Caneda, the guilty party. Some chance now for Premier to maybe break out of their own end. They've struggled really for possession. In the first half it was maybe some errant passes, and more recently it's been just stringing those passes and that movement together in the first place. They're not seeing much of the ball. That will be a foul on Edu, the enforcer, the one with the captain's armband. See us one more time. He doesn't really play the ball hardly at all, does he? Good decision from the center referee, who was right there with a good sight line of it. He's just making clear now, the man in blue, that they'll wait for his whistle. Could be an important free kick here at this stage of the first half. If Florida Premier are able to kind of snag one against the run of play, that changes how Lakeland have to play, because they can't play for a draw. Remember, they need a win. Anything less will keep them from qualifying. Here comes this free kick. Oh, and it struck a teammate. Friendly fire from the away side. Lakeland United will get to try and counter. Long ball chested down. Played out wide, and the header back to the center is not accurate. How does Florida Premier have a counter? Not a successful one anyway. Without rights. Maximiano long. Lakeland still seeing more of the ball at the moment. Suits them. Rock out wide. Played back in. The cross takes a bounce. And off the chest from a Florida Premier player. Looks like that time it was Jordan Hernandez. Yeah, he just goes to the turf afterwards, and that will be a foul. I'll play it quick. Hernandez has it again. In the air, long, and well dealt with by Sula. Maximiano got it back from where he sent it before. Almeida. Good switch of play, lots of space out there for Maximiano. Maximiano still. And will they try a give and go? No, they'll play it backwards. Mandel Amaru. Pass from Edu out wide. Maximiano again. Amaru wants to cross. He goes down. Edge of the box. It is outside the box. It'll be a free kick, and I think a yellow card was coming out as well. You'll see, yeah, that's going to be a foul every time, and it was a fairly dangerous one. And they will give that yellow card. I think he's trying to figure out who that was. Could have been Cristiano Ortiz out there. Still not sure. If we get confirmation of that one, we will let you know, of course. 43rd minute. Chance for a cross. In it comes. It's got a lot of pace on it. And it had to be dealt with by Dietrich. As you'll see the free kick one more time. You just wonder if it was a shot on goal there. Whatever it was dangerous. I think we might have seen, just out of our screen, another corner go in and go back out. Either way, we will wait for this one to come in. Plenty of players in the box, mostly farther out. Now they crash in, and it goes, and the idea was to find Maximiano, I think. Did not find him. It's good defending, and then poor passing, which has more or less been the story of half number one, especially for Florida Premier, the away side. Here's Almeida. Almeida. And along the left side, still in play. Chance to keep going. Nice pass inside by Caneda. And it's switched. Header across the middle, and that is picked up. Nicely done by Dietrich. The second. And that will bring us ever closer to the halftime whistle. Still 0-0 in this one. Lakeland United look like a team that need a goal, that need a win. Certainly pushing for it at the moment. See if they can find their goal. They'd like to find it before the halftime whistle. Have a lot of positive impact on how their second half looks. Here's a great cross in from Andu, the captain, and a bad clearance. How have they missed? The entirety of the bench holds their heads in unison, as this is beautiful stuff from the captain, Edu, the skipper. That's a great ball in, and this is a bad touch. So fortunate from Florida Premier's perspective that they're not made to pay, because that first touch falls on a platter for the 6'3 striker Jean Leonardo. It's from Santana de Paraíba in São Paulo, Brazil. Has one goal and really should have made it two on the year for his UPSL account. Goodness, he struck the post and stayed out. Well, that, among quite a few good chances that Lakeland have had, has to rank number one in terms of likelihood of being scored. If we had expected goals today, that would have added quite a tally to the total list. We do not have that at the UPSL level as of now. I mean, That's close to penalty level. Gonna have like a 0.7 or 0.8. You would have thought he'd score it, but it did fall wide. Well, we're past 45 minutes. I imagine we'll have at least 2 minutes of added time for the drinks break we had. This could be potential danger, but Lakeland will snuff it out. Nice clearance by Almeida. Florida Premier may be a chance to grab a goal. It's a nice little cross in, headed away by Sula. Will be sent right back into the middle and fairly easily claimed. They're going to roll it out quickly, and they'd like to get forward in a flash. Lakeland United, they're sensing they could be chasing that first goal. Vasconcelos got the upper hand for now. Still Vasconcelos lost it for a moment. Battle for it. Couple bodies fall. Nothing. And that is how the first half ends. Lakeland United have to feel unlucky. Probably should have at least a goal by now, but they don't yet. They've still got work to do if they are going to find all 3 points and find their way into the playoffs. For Lakeland, it's win or end your season. It's very simple, and they've had so many chances to go ahead and take a lead. They're not far away. They've been the better side, but none of those things matter in the table. We'll see if they can find their goal and find their 3 points on the other side of this break. See you in a quarter hour on Vader Media. Well, a warm welcome back to all of you. We're in halftime coverage of this afternoon's Lakeland United match against Florida Premier FC. We're in the UPSL Premier Division, Florida West Conference, of course. Danny Catula giving you live coverage here on Vader Media via YouTube. Pleasure to have you all with us. As you see, it's a 0-0 scoreline between these two top 5 sides in the league. And two teams who still have quite a few title aspirations. For Lakeland United, they will end tonight if they cannot find all 3 points. But they certainly have a fair shot at doing that. It was a pretty good first half by most standards for Lakeland United. Maybe a little bit lacking in that final third just with finishing. But a couple of bright spots, especially for the boys in black. João Rosito, Edu Melo in midfield. Judy Vasconcelos had some really nice passes. And up top, Asuka Caneda had chance after chance, just could not put one away. You imagine they'll have more opportunities to do so in half number 2. 45 minutes remain for Florida Premier. It was a struggle, especially as the half wore on here away from home, to just find themselves on the ball, to get forward, create chances. For them, they would like a return to more of what the first portion of that first half looked like. But we shall see. Second half is underway. You got Florida Premier moving from right to left now as they've switched sides, of course, in that whites with gold trim letters numbers. Lakeland United moves left to right in front of us in their all black home strip. You see that we've got the Lakeland area podcast Against the Call listening. They're active in our live YouTube chat. Good to see them here. Everybody else watching live. Mostly a Lakeland supporter base, from what I can tell. Of course, a big match for them. Got to make sure they get all 3 points today. Florida Premier undergoing quite a bit of pressure. That's Lakeland's style. They love to get in front of you, especially when you're in your own end, and try to force you into a mistake. They did that on more than one occasion. Florida Premier looking a little bit iffy at the back at times. But to be fair, they've done just enough to keep the clean sheet for now. And a reminder, a draw today would do for Florida Premier to officially confirm their status as a playoff team. It would also keep Lakeland United out. And that would in turn guarantee Azuri Storm a spot in the top 4 as well. But for Florida Premier, they're also playing for as high as a 2nd seed. Of course, seeding has an effect on who you play in the semifinal. That would mean Florida Premier could avoid St. Petersburg. And I believe it also means they would host that semifinal match. And a draw would keep them out of that competition for 2nd place. So both teams, really what they need is a win. Although for Lakeland, that's even more the case. Nice effort there to try to keep it in play on a little cutback from João Rosito. The throw-in that results is going to find Wendell Amaru. Amaru with a little spin, but it didn't turn out quite how he wanted it to. Going the other direction. This could be a chance. It's a really nice ball forward. And it won't find anybody in white in the end. Nicely defended by Lakeland. Oh, and that's a bad giveaway. Could be a foul. And it will not be. We'll play on. In the end, it's a really good challenge. A really important one as well. Long ball away. Lakeland back on the ball. They'd like to get forward now. Edu. Nice header forward in the right direction, but that one is cut out. Good defending there in midfield. Cleared away long now by the goalkeeper, Poveda. And a free kick now to come after the foul on Rosito. Leave this free kick off for Amaru. Aside, played into the center. There is space for Vasconcelos. He'll just take the half volley, and it's over the bar. Such clever effort that time, and you'll see it one more time from Vasconcelos. He knows exactly what he wants to do when he gets this ball. Just pops it in the air for himself. Wants that little bit of air behind it. It was a little bit too much in the end. But you saw Will Dietrich sprawling. That was on target. It was most likely beating him. Well, the high pressure continues from Lakeland. Florida playing out of it nicely. So here come Premier. They go very direct when they're on the ball. And true to form, they'll play it up this left side. It's nice defending, just shielding it away was Pedro Maximiano.
Fernando, faz o pra mim. Pega aquela água ali. Que tá ali em cima.
So a little bit more space for Lakeland to work with on this left side.
No banco deles. Que acho que terminou a água deles.
Nice passing from him for now, Vasconcelos.
A água tá ali em cima da mesa. Não tem aquela caixa de água ali? Azul ali?
See that played it forward. Yuri Vasconcelos lost it. Going the other way, here is Florida Premier FC. I believe he is dispossessed after some nice defensive work from João Almeida, 19-year-old Brazilian defender.
Engradado, aí dá ali pros caras ali, ó. Precisa ali daquele lado. Hã? Não, engradado.
This ball given away,
Dá pros caras ali.
and it is Edu. Edu moves it out right. Gonna be crossed in from here. Great ball in. If it's onside, it's a great chance. A nice cross. It's still in the area. A shot is over the bar. Lakeland continue to create chances, and they just haven't found a way to unlock the key to Will Dietrich's goal. This is a great slipped ball through. Edu with the cross. Doesn't catch anybody. And on the far side, yeah, just launched over. Not what Rock was hoping to do with that one. So played to the back line. And that's potentially a bad giveaway. Ooh, a nice challenge in the end. Still not fully cleared. This right side has been giving a lot of joy to Lakeland. Edu crosses again. Again, a less than convincing clearance. Vasconcelos lost the ball. 3 players on the ball now, trying to win it back for the boys in black. Can't do it. And maybe a half chance to counter. It does stay in play there, and the goalkeeper will just on the edge of his box have enough space to claim it. This Poveda. Almeida to Suda. Almeida sees it again. He's got 2 goals despite being one of the more defensive-minded players in this lineup. Plays a very defensive center-back position. But he can't get forward and score as well. It's a really nice ball to maybe unlock some space. Cut back, well defended. Maybe just left it a little bit too far away from him that time, did Rosito. And so as a result, Lakeland have to try and start over. Poveda. Wide ball through the air, stays in play, inch perfect pass. A little bit of interplay. It's played backwards from Amaru to Suda. Japanese center back, moves it out right. And this is Maximiano. Switches the play over to the left. Some more really nice passing. Accuracy's definitely improved in this second half for Lakeland, and Florida hardly touching the ball 8 minutes into the second half. Dunley from Edu, all the way back. Maximiano. Rosito. He can take players on. He'll cut inside. It's a good cross. Oh, trying the bicycle. It was ambitious, but not particularly successful from Jean Leonardo. And that will result in, I believe, a goal kick for Florida Premier. Well, yeah, I think they actually whistled for a foul, or even could have potentially been a high kick from there. This ball will be sent long anyway into the
Gustavo,
sky with the sunset approaching.
é que fica tremendo a câmera aqui.
54th minute. Almeida out left. Has it again. Poveda. Maximiano is not in a lot of space, but was able to pick out the right pass, made a good decision. Suda put a lot of oomph into that, and not enough accuracy in the end. It is out of play. Goal kick to come. Will Dietrich the second will take that one. Take his time and just get it back into the right area for Florida Premier. They would like to let a little bit of time run off, maybe kind of recollect themselves. Any kind of stoppages, breaks in play are helpful for them, because Lakeland United in the run of play are controlling most everything at the moment. Nice work by Suda to win the ball back. Grown man's challenge. Maximiano. Maximiano out to the right side. Couple of touches from Rosito. Maximiano switches. Almeida again. Everybody getting touches on the ball. Finding space are Lakeland. Amaro. This one laid off now. Rosito. He'll play it into the corner along the goal line. Great cross in by Edu. Lots of space maybe for a shot. It's blocked and cleared away. Maximiano came up, and now he might be a little bit out of position. Here comes a long ball in that space where he was. Suda comes in to help out his teammate Owen. He, in the end, just pushed over his opponent into the Lakeland bench. Couldn't have been particularly fun for Cy Fontenot. And that'll lead us to a free kick that's coming. And will be in favor of Florida Premier. 56th minute. Still no score. Lakeland needing a goal. Florida Premier would certainly benefit from one as well. One man in the wall. It's Amaro. And in comes the service. Not a bad idea, but Maximiano's there first. Heads away for Lakeland. Rock. Down this left side. And the potential is cut out that time. But just as quickly, Florida Premier will give it away. Just shielding it out was Almeida. They'll keep it in at the last second and play Vasconcelos. Vasconcelos would like to switch it. And they'll play it backwards instead. Safe play. Maximiano. Rosero. Oh, that's tricky dribbling. That's what he's capable of. Got so much in his bag of tricks. Vasconcelos. Out left. Good first touch. And that'll open up a chance for a 1-2. That's exactly what they'll do. The cross comes in. First time and headed away. Florida Premier continuing to defend for their lives and do so effectively. And what have we got now? I think an offside flag. That will be the case. So we'll see a free kick now to come for Florida Premier. And again, they will take every opportunity, I would imagine, to just let time run. Time is on their side at the moment. In the way that the match is playing out, it is not on their side. We'll see a change now, as stepping off for the first substitution of this match is Jean Leonardo. He'll be replaced by another Japanese striker, so now it's an all-Japanese strike force. Ryo Aihara is the one who checks in. He's got 2 goals on the year. A lot of players with goal-scoring talents on this bench. You've got Bruno Santos, a Brazilian striker with 3 goals on the year, second leading scorer for this whole team. He's off the bench. You've got Kota Yoshida, another attacking player with a goal. Matias Yeso, the Brazilian midfielder, has 2 goals this season. Plenty of players that you could still call upon if you're Lakeland. Try and get fresh legs out there and keep scoring. It's a bad giveaway. And let's see if Lakeland could make Florida Premier pay. A little bit of contact in midfield, but we'll keep going. Right side, Rosero. Still Rosero. He's got the run to the right of Maximiano. Maximiano backwards. Edusito again. Edu. Played through. And can't quite get anything out of that. Caden Maldonado, by the way. Not sure when he checked in, but he's also in the match. Imagine that was the same time as the earlier change at the striker position. So Maldonado, the only American in this Lakeland United team, as Maximiano goes over to take a throw-in. So we know we've got Maldonado in. He's also got a goal this season as the American central midfielder. Not exactly sure who he's come in for. In comes a cross, potentially dangerous, really good defending by the goalkeeper. Dietrich gets it away. No header there for the boys in whites. And Lakeland momentarily have it back. And that moment will continue. Over to throw it in is Almeida. Maximiano switches the play. A bit of danger there. And such a long and slow pass, but not a lot of players out there for Florida Premier. So turns out okay for Lakeland, the home side. And Maximiano lets it go. Maldonado making some runs, trying to make use of his fresh legs. He'll see it now. He'll head it forward, but no one there. And so Florida Premier will try and mount an attack slowly but surely and play it long. Almeida, good header. Here's Maximiano. Maldonado. Maximiano again. Switches, lots of space out there. Acres. And on this left side, Amaro could not keep it in his team's possession. Going over there to pressure it was Canela, but he couldn't get anything going either. Again, stepping outside his box a bit dangerously is Poveda, but seems to have it all under control. He's got a cool head, does Poveda. And now here's Amaro. All in is just a bit long, but you saw the run and the idea from Murillo Ayjara. Rolled out low to Dietrich. One back immediately on a nice header. Here's a chance. Plenty of players. Ayjara, oh, not a great first touch. Still in the area. Amaro. Maldonado. Substitute. A shot comes in. It is fired over the bar. Nowhere close from Edu. Captain's had his chances. Good ball in from Maldonado, and Edu is certainly not one to shy away from a shot on goal. It's the second time, really, that he had players around him, could have potentially passed it, but opted against it. Took a shot that didn't quite work out. 62nd minute. Imagine if we are going to have a drinks break here in this second half, which we could or could not. It's up to the referee's discretion. Being about 5 minutes if it does take place. Amaro. Edu backwards. Wanted to find Almeida. He eventually does. He's played through. Oh, and two players in the same spot. We're not in connection mentally. And we'll roll all the way through to Dietrich. Roll it out in turn. Long ball to midfield. Past midfield. It's a really good punted clearance. Couple of headers in the center of the park. Lakeland swarming the ball right now. And they'll force another mistake. This one will stay in play, though. It's really nice work there on that far touch line. But given away just as quickly. Amaro. This is a great ball out wide. Look at Maximiano. He could potentially create a cross. He will along the goal line. And there it is. At long last, it's been coming. And it's well worth the wait for Lakeland United. 1-0. The substitute scores it. It's Rio Aihara. A beautiful headed finish, but an even better service. Look at this cross from Pedro Maximiano. This deserves every bit of the assist that'll be credited to him. I mean, look at that. It is ink perfect. All that's left for Aihara to do is head it into what's almost an empty net. Unfortunate for Dietrich, the goalkeeper, for Florida Premier, because he was in no position to stop that one. Beautiful cross in, and all of that beautiful build-up play that Lakeland had been playing towards the end of the first half, all through the second half. Now they have their reward, and if it stays like this, Lakeland are officially in to the playoffs at Azzurri Storm's expense. Well, what a moment. It took us a while to get it, but it does feel deserved for Lakeland United, and you imagine at this point, with so much time left, almost half an hour still, you would think that this is still the moment to try and grab a second, to try and boost that advantage, just make it a little bit more confident. Of course, there's so many strategies you can take at 1-0 up. But interestingly, for Florida Premier, again, it puts them out of contention for the second spot in seeding, but the only way they'd miss the playoffs is if this result were to hold, they'd have to lose by 6 goals or more. Here comes another cross from Maximiano. Got the assist earlier, and it would have been a second if not for a really great block. It's another excellent cross from Maximiano, who's been great on that right side. Still a chance potentially. Maldonado cuts inside to leave it off, and a great save by Dietrich. Well positioned, and Lakeland United are not resting on their laurels at all. They continue to create chances. They continue to pressure. And again, don't forget, they've got a lot of players off their bench who could continue to come in and offer even more goal-scoring threat. Amado has it right now. Almeida from Poveda. Almeida back to him. Long ball across midfield. Chested down. And just too much pace on that chested ball. Taken away. One right back by Lakeland. That's their style of defending. It's been awfully effective. Oh, and that's not what you want to see. Clutching his right calf, maybe it could be the ankle, is Wendell Amaro, who's been very good on that outside. Played in a defensive role at times. He's gotten forward in other moments. A little under 25 to play, and Amaro just kind of pulled up there. He had the ball, had some space, and kind of went towards the sideline and went down. Here's that excellent move out into the corner. I don't think it's even what he wanted to do, but he positioned himself perfectly for the cross. That's what matters. It went to the back post. Laser focused, completely accurate, and dispatched. And understandably, Aihara gives all the respect and all the plaudits to the guy who gave him that ball, Pedro Maximiano. Absolutely deserved that. As Amado now gets off the pitch and will get back into play, although the assistant referee spotted something. Yeah, they're just going to throw it in from there. Maybe it's the ball that isn't at the pressure that they'd like it to be at. So they'll just check that, and they'll send a new one in. Well, that should solve our conundrum, and that'll bring us back underway. 68th minute. Lakeland United just a few minutes ago in the 65th grabbing that will do this charade again, where Florida Premier will throw it back to Lakeland United, who did have possession at the time of the injury. Nice respect to see from the away side. That 65th minute goal from Aihara has Lakeland ahead in maybe the most crucial match all season for them. Aihara's on the ball again, but that move will be curtailed by a free kick that goes against the man who had the assists. Maximiano. Ball away. Almeida was the last one to touch it, headed it away. Did his defensive duty. Throw in long. And maybe another foul here to come. Nope, referee will decide against it. Maybe a throw in instead for Almeida, who did a really nice job protecting his defensive area. And it'll be left off for Maximiano to take.
Nada. Todo mundo voltar pra casa.
Vai ter nem lanche.
Vai ter nem pizza. Mentira.
Juro por Deus.
Vai cair a pizza.
Another throw in to come.
Hoje vai.
This time it'll belong to the away side, Florida Premier.
Vai lá então, eu falo.
Vai estar sozinho?
Não.
And just waiting on something, not exactly what that delay is for. And it appears to be over now. Played into the far corner there. Oh, and not a great touch! So lucky that that has not resulted in a goal. I think it did take some kind of touch off of the goalkeeper. Let's see it again. This is a really nice throw in the first place. That touch is good to just turn it. And a great ball in. That little touch there that comes in from somebody on that back line. It was not good from Lakeland, but turned out okay somehow. Not turned into the back of the net. So fortunate there. And now breaking through midfield. There is space, and there are runners forward. It's a nice defensive effort in midfield by Florida Premier to thwart that one. So Lakeland United stay 1-0 up. Potential though to cross in for Florida Premier. Good clearance away. That's a really nice challenge on the slide from Maldonado. Here's a long ball, and is it going to play in? Rosito, no, it is not. And it was the goalkeeper who came all the way out. Will Dietrich, who made sure of that. Throwing to come from Maximiano. Places it to Maldonado. Keeps going backwards. Almeida. Almeida again. Good switch of play here. He's played into midfield now. Potential to get forward. Another promising pass is deflected. Nice defending of recent for Florida Premier. That time it was Caneda who wanted to get forward. Long throw. Instantly won by Premier. Can they hold on to it here? They can for now. Beating off the ball was Pedro Alejandro, another substitute who's come in recently. Now it's Edu. Almeida. How clever is that for Maximiano? He's still running through the outside, but instead they'll go through the middle. Is this offside? Yes, it is. It certainly looked that way. It was a really great pass otherwise, but the goal scorer, Aihara, was in an offside position. Just over 15 minutes left. Running out of time if you're Florida Premier. For Lakeland, you just got to hold on to this result. And then that will be played out. No one is coming. I think that's over there. Mateus Yeso, who's come in. So by my count, 4 changes so far. Aihara, the striker, on the ball right now, about to throw it in is Yeso. Mateus Yeso, a Brazilian central midfielder. He's got 2 goals this year. Winning the ball back. Here's one of those subs, and Aihara fouled in the process of getting the ball back. You see it right there, that challenge. Yeah, just grabbing the shirt. That was, I think, what did him in. But it's him, Aihara, Yeso, Maldonado, and Pedro Alejandro. Those are the 4 changes that Lakeland have made so far. Yeso, who will likely run up and down this left-hand side as much as possible. He'll ask a lot of his fitness. He throws it in. Nice little touch by Aihara, and coming all the way up in an attacking area, a bit surprising, was Hiroki Suda. Right side. Rosito. Rosito, he might like to take a shot here. He's got space! And he'll curl it right into the waiting arms of Will Dietrich. I think he wanted to leave that just a little bit farther left, farther wide. Did not work out that way. Nice turn from Caden Maldonado. Battle forward in midfield. Rosito. Almeida. Suda. Almeida again. Across midfield. Rosito. Rosito has a couple players to beat, and he routinely beats 2 or more on the dribble. That time he couldn't quite do it. Well defended from Daniel Monroy. Well, this will be thrown in by the man who's really created that only goal for Lakeland United. And it looks like he'll get another chance to throw. Now it's Lakeland who are trying to let time run off the clock. They've been the better side up to now, deservingly ahead by a 1-0. Almeida. Long ball from Poveda. Couple touches in midfield. Lakeland settle it. Maldonado. Again, back to Almeida. Edu, the captain. Almeida again. Poveda Cavarini. Up this left side, it's a really great touch, and he saw some space, potential to cross it in. He's got a man there. It's the second! A brace now for the substitute, and that really could put the nail in the coffin for this one. Lakeland United 2, Florida Premier 0 on the second goal from Rio Aihara. He has been the clinical man on the day, and we'll see it again how he gets his second goal. This touch here, he notices the space. That's excellent work down the left side from Asuka Kaneda. And this cross is excellent. It's perfect play on the left side. First, you had it from Maximiano. Great play on that right side to cross it in. Now on the left side, it's the same thing from the Japanese striker Asuka Kaneda. Plays it into his countryman, and Aihara does not disappoint him. 2 goals coming into this match for Aihara. He's doubled his season total coming off the bench tonight. Lakeland 2, Florida Premier 0. Well, it's the 78th minute, and now things are really getting a bit more unlikely for Florida Premier. To be fair, we should point out that last time, about a week ago, when Florida Premier and Lakeland United did battle, that ended up being a 2-0 lead for Lakeland that was completely erased. That was all in the first half, so it was 2-0 at halftime. Of course, Florida Premier had a lot more time in that instance to get their 3 goals back and go on and win. But they did do it before. Here's Almeida, the center back, getting forward. He'll play it through. Is it onside? It is, but it's saved. Brilliant stop by Dietrich. And that keeps it alive. Really could have been the 3rd. But now Premier would like to go the other way. Not quite going to make it happen. So we approach minute 80. And it's still that 2-goal advantage for Lakeland United. They'll take as much time as they can off this clock.
Ei, por que que não vai ter uma pizza hoje? Sacanagem.
With the 2-goal lead, they've got plenty to protect. And that is whistled to be clean, so we'll play on from here. Well, maybe a little bit concerned, super confident there. Was the defender on the back line for Premier. But he gets his job done anyway. Right out to this left side along the touchline. Almeida a bit physical, and he'll be fouled for that. And I think Florida Premier really wanted a yellow card on Almeida. Yeah, you see it right there. It's not overtly physical or cynical. Did look a bit purposeful though. Battle for it, the shot comes in, blocked, still in the area. Another shot comes in, oh, it rattles the crossbar, and it stays out. Great chance for Florida Premier to get back in it, but Lakeland United are saved by the width of the crossbar. Oh goodness, this is a really nice defensive effort. It's still in the area though. Could this be a chance? Couple players stabbing in, can't get there. This one's shot and blocked. High into the air. It could go anywhere. Headed away for now. Maldonado couldn't get it clear. And finally knocked away by Almeida, who I think is a little bit the worse for wear from that sequence. You'll see it one more time. That shot wasn't particularly dangerous. This one absolutely was. And it really did have the goalkeeper beat. So unlucky from a Premier perspective not to get a goal back. Now they've got to keep coming up with ideas. They need 2 goals to get a result. But again, goal differential could come into play. If they lose their next match, it's another one that they had to reschedule. This one was supposed to be the first match day of the season. Had to postpone it to now. And the only match after this remaining in the league, the one that will decide it all, is Intercity, who don't have anything left to play for. They are out of playoff contention. They're going to take on this Florida Premier team. And technically, Premier could be left out. Missouri Storm would beat them to that final spot on goal difference. If Florida Premier, well, right now they have only a 4-goal differential advantage with these 2 goals that they've given up. Is this onside? It is. And the shot comes out. Oh, it's a great challenge. No. It is. Yeah, it's a really, really good challenge. For a moment, you thought it might have been a penalty, but good decision, I think. Nice job to win the ball, but it's like Tara again with it. Rosito. He'll take his time, play it backwards, where he had some help. Maximiano backwards to the captain, Edu. Left side. Good play into the middle, Maldonado. He'll keep it going. He'll see it back again, a long distance shot, and well over the bar. Nowhere particularly close. Minute 82. It stays 2-0 for Lakeland. A 3rd goal would really do it. Quite certainly. Already seems awfully likely the way that it is. But Lakeland United will get that much needed win. I think we've seen a change here, and we'll get back underway. And again, oh, this is huge pressure. Oh, and how have they missed? How on earth has that stayed out? Well, guess who it is again? He created the assist last time, but this is the 3rd time. I mean, he has a hat trick of point-blank misses to Azuka Caneda. I mean, that is a sitter. Poor in possession from Florida Premier. Brilliant pressure play from Lakeland United, and it just doesn't result in the goal that would have put this away. Wow. Well, in the meantime, it's taken a moment to get the ball back. That, of course, serves the home side. More they can do to just kind of use gamemanship. Use a little bit of time wasting if they need to make sure that, well, actually, we're going to stop the play for something else. Not sure what it is, assuming it's off our screen. It's minute 84 for now. Depending on how much extra time we have, it'll be less than 10 minutes away from the full-time whistle. Florida Premier certainly running out of time as darkness falls over at Lake Myrtle Sports Park. And we will have a throw-in at midfield for Lakeland United. Backwards pass there from Alejandro. And into midfield, one back for a moment. But given away, nice. Excellent defending that time. Maximiano has it. He'll carry it forward. He's had a couple great moments up this right side. This time he'll be content to play it back to a teammate. Edu. A lot of space and he'll find it. Alejandro. Edu. Switch will play to the right now. So much space all over the pitch. Oh, it's a great ball in! Just tried to curl it into that back post. And it was one of those plays where you just see the vision, you see the intention, and it's such a beautiful effort. You feel it deserves more, but it just does not find the back of the net. You see it one more time. Oh, it's brilliant. And maybe if it doesn't dip to its left as it's first coming off of Rosito's boot, maybe it does go into the back of the net. Either way, so unlucky. Lakeland United, despite being 2-0 up, they are not giving up on finding a third. So things just continue to look worse and worse for Florida Premier. And again, you got to remember for them, if they give up more goals than this one, that does affect what things look like if they aren't able to get any points from Intercity, which to be fair, they should. They've got more to play for. They've been the better side this year. But you never know. This, I believe, is going to be offside against Florida Premier. So Lakeland will take some pressure off, take some time off as well. And a long ball goes to the other direction. Instantly won back by Florida Premier. Good interception that time. Maldonado trying to get in on the action. Can't win the ball back. It could be an opportunity for a shot. Played out to the right corner. Maybe crossing territory. Well defended. Defense in numbers was the name of the game. And Lakeland United played it well. Edu, he'll take his time. Now he'll play it long. He is going to link up with a man who really should have scored at some point today, but he hasn't yet. Canela. He'll play it backwards. That one's further back now. Came from Yesu. Oh, and that was a little bit dangerous. Perhaps a bit of concern for Lakeland United, but they figure it out. Alejandro again, the Puerto Rican center back. And he will find Enrique Poveda Cavallini. Maximiano. Long ball, no one's there. As the goalkeeper Dietrich, who has given the ball away in that type of area. He'll see it again. And for Florida Premier, this is not where they want to have the ball. Gonna try to get it forward. That won't work out for them. So just past midfield. Lakeland United get to throw it in. Ball into midfield. Nice little aerial ball. So much space for the captain. Edu. Switches it. Yetu. Potential for a cross. Played to Yetu. Wants to cross it in. Might go alone. He'll play it along the goal line. Oh my goodness. It's somehow scrambled away. Really nice last-ditch defending because Edu was in acres of space for a moment. They closed it down immediately. Now a throw-in to come. Well, nothing doing there. There will be a foul on that follow-up. I believe that's Joshua Izu, an American. Yeah, you just see he kind of fouls more with his body than anything else. Kind of gets in the space that the Florida Premier player had a right to. 89th minute. Running out of time. Lakeland love this score line, as this will be a foul on Mateus Yeso. And a yellow card goes to the substitute as well. Although now Florida Premier are going to have to go chase that ball behind the stand. One of those things about soccer complexes, the variety of fields. If you don't have too many ball boys or ball girls on the pitch, it can be a little bit time consuming to get one back. I certainly remember those days as a player, the commentator as well, referee even. Very common occurrence in American soccer. This is a really nice block. The cross was definitely on. And now some physical play is going to win the ball back for Lakeland. Could they go quickly? They'd like to. And offside again. That's not the first time. Against the man with a brace. He's got both goals tonight. Rio Aihara, and he'll just engage in a little bit of time wasting as well. Try to get the ball away from Florida Premier. All right, well, 30 seconds left to go in regular time. And there was no drinks break in this second half. So probably not a whole lot of extra time coming. But we did have a stoppage for a yellow card and a couple for the goals as well. And is out off of Florida Premier. They just look out of options, out of creativity, maybe out of energy too. It has been a warm evening. Summertime is in full effect here in West Central Florida. Oh, well, that was a bit dangerous from the goalkeeper, but Poveda has certainly not shied away from any danger all night long, and he's kept his clean sheet. We'll see if they can change that now. Florida Premier, they'll have a go. Did this take a touch? I think it might have. Sure did. Corner to come. Into stoppage time now. First minute of it. And Florida Premier, if they are going to change this tie around, they need something now. Almost time to see the cross come in. And you imagine every chance has to go Florida Premier's way. And it comes. It's a great header and a sprawling save. That's beautiful from the Brazilian goalkeeper. It really should be 2-1. We'll see it again. It's perfectly placed on the corner, looping into the top corner. Usually you tell your players, try to go low and maybe even off the ground and just put it hard towards the goal, see what happens. This time it's the exact opposite, which can work. In comes another corner. This time it's dealt with off of a Lakeland United head. A shot comes in, that's blocked. Coming the other way. Itu plays it long, onside. And look at this. Great switch of play, scrambling back everybody. Oh, it's just beyond the reach of the run of Caneda. But he'll hold on to it over there in the corner. Try to just let some time roll. He will. It'll be off of him, though, out of play. My goodness, going back to that save. That's beautiful. It was a really nice looping header in the air. Perfectly placed. And scrambling over to get to it just in the nick of time. As it was headed towards the top corner. Enrique Poveda. He gets it done. We got a foul there. And a couple players going down. We hit 92 minutes. Hourglass is awfully empty on one side. Exactly how much sand is left. Edu in midfield. He's got space. He'll pick out a pass. There's 2-on-1. Just the goalkeeper to beat, and there it is! The insurance goal! Or is it? Yes, it absolutely is. He didn't even celebrate for a moment. I thought he had missed. It's the third goal, and Asuka Caneda has it at long last. You see it again. This is a great ball in. That's just beautiful. Vision from Edu. He's got an assist now, and that is one that Caneda just absolutely had to put away. He's got a second goal of the year, his first on the evening. The Japanese strikers are taking all of the headlines tonight for Lakeland United. Deservedly, they'll get quite a bit of credit, those two, for this win, as it is certain now. 3-0 Lakeland United with a statement effort. As we come towards the end of this one, not much time remaining. not much meaning to those few moments that remain, because this one is mostly in the book. Lakeland United just with a little bit more business to attend to, and they will officially be playoff bound. And again, these are players who represent a team who won this title in this conference 2 years in a row. They will be gunning for their third. That'll be the expectation. They'll sneak in this year. And that will be it. It is official. Lakeland United, a complete performance for all 90 minutes. Half one, they don't get their goal. Half two, they get all three that they needed. Starting in the mid-60s, the 65th minute. First one went in from Rio Aihara. He got another one on about 80 minutes. And then in stoppage time, Asuka Kaneda, after missing quite a few earlier on, is able to find the back of the net. We'll take you through exactly how it went down. And this was a much earlier time before the sun set. And this piece of play out here on the wing by Maximiano. It's beautiful. The ball gets away from him there and he just crosses it in perfectly. Beats the keeper. Nothing Dietrich can do. And it's just a matter of finishing the chance from Rio Aihara at that point. And the second one comes. On the other side, it's again great work. Kaneda does all the work out here on the left side. Beats his man. Just a slick little cross in. And a side-footed finish. Nothing more to it. Aihara at the double. And then this third one comes in. After some nice midfield play at this point. Florida Premier very much chasing the game. Not getting themselves on the ball. And this is a really nice finish. He had some help inside. Could have tried to play it into Aihara for his hat trick, but he saw the space there, saw the opportunity. Kaneda took it, and he scored it. Folks, that is all from us for everyone here at Vader Media who made this broadcast possible. I want to say thank you for joining us tonight. My name is Danny Katula. Saying once again, thanks for being with us, and until next time, have a great night and be blessed.